It is finally summer here on the North Shore, and we're going to be working on the cabin Jeep, get it back up and running, going sailing on Lake Superior with a good friend, gardening and helping our friends out at their homestead, and fixing some luxuries back at the cabin. Not everything is going to go the way we planned, but we're going to have a great time and enjoy nature along the way. All right, everybody, spring is finally here, and we got to figure out what we're going to do with this Jeep. So this has been stuck here all winter, and it has a bad alternator, so the battery's been dead for a long time. But we need to get this thing out of the woods so we can put a new alternator in it and hopefully make it a little bit easier to get in and out of the woods with a bunch of gear. So first things first, we got to pop the hood, see what's going on with the battery, and we'll go from there. Man, I cannot believe I just did this, dude. I just ripped open that cord because this got caught by the fan and ripped it open. Dude, it started and everything, and I just totally screwed it up. I feel real dumb. That's like a rookie mistake, man. Dang it. Guess we'll move on to the next thing. Got Venus and the moon right here. Waxing crescent moon.
Totally roached it.
And I wondered if you could like go in here and take this whole thing off.
Probably the right way to do it.
This morning, I have the opportunity to sail on Lake Superior for the first time. This is the Days Off, a Catalina 30 owned by my friends Brian and Heather Sams. This boat is where they spend their days off, away from the resort that they run in the Brainerd Lakes region. She was just put in the water today, and now we have to get her up the shore to the Silver Bay Marina, and the weather is beautiful.
Captain Brian Sams, captain of the Days Off.
Aye, aye.
Day off or days off?
Days off.
Both.
You know, sailboat captains are extremely fond of puns. You either go like Norse gods or some version of wanderlust or wind, or you go with a pun.
I'm driving a sailboat right now, I can't believe it. First got out here, the wind was actually picking up pretty good and we got a pretty good tack going, but now it's really calmed down.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna
have to motor sail the rest of the way.
I actually was joking with Brian and Heather about how like my calibration is with a canoe, and it's obviously a very different type of vessel from this, but also very similar in a lot of ways.
It engages you the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here I'm kind of learning, you know, the ropes, both literally and figuratively. I would explain it, but I'm too amateur, so we're just gonna leave it at that.
All right.
All right, everybody, we've been on the water for a couple hours now, a few hours, and just behind me here we have Split Rock Lighthouse. How you feeling, Brian? Cold? All right, we made it to Silver Bay. Got the Days Off behind me. It has been a beautiful day. Superior was very, very kind to us. Always grateful for any time I can get out on the big lake, and also grateful for that guy right there. Thanks, Brian, I appreciate it.
Anytime.
So on a sunny day like today, this solar panel will charge my battery fully. It's at 75%, so it'll take no time before this is ready to go. It still never gets old, being able to have free energy from the sun. Because you know what? That thing up there, it's not going anywhere. And if it is, we got bigger fish to fry. Okay, round 2. Got the jump starter fixed. Big thank you to Parker for that. Good little patch job there, as you can see. And we're gonna try to get this thing started again and get it out so we can get the alternator running, barring any foolishness on my end. We're gonna put this very far from the radiator fan. Look at that, we got her started. Let's see what happens if I take the jump pack off. So this battery might be quite dead. Yeah. Okay, it's been about a week, and after much deliberation, I have decided to do something that you at home should not try at home, okay? All right. Okay. Feels pretty secure. We are officially stalled. Definitely got pretty far. I just have a touch more. I gotta get right over there so I can make it out of the woods. But that is progress. That little party trick actually worked pretty well. And I just need to charge the jump starter and we'll be able to make it out of here and finally replace this alternator. All right. So that's charging now. I do have normal human things to do today, so I'm gonna go into town and do that, and then I'll pick this back up later when I can bring it into the shop, and then we can actually start working on it. All right, we are back at the Hungry Hippie Hostel. Great place to stay. Definitely give them a check. If you're ever in the North Shore and you want like a cheap place to stay, really good. But I'm here because we are actually co-oping a garden. I don't really have the space to garden, but obviously they do with the Homestead, so we're just trying to see if we can get as much as we can for the growing season. It's a very short window up here on the North Shore, but we're gonna try our best. Kind of do some de-weeding.
This one's pretty long. You think I should do 2 supports?
You get some water and get some dirt on them.
All right, you can see we got a lot of the weeds out. Just raising up the garden bed now. As you can see, Banjo's doing some weed control. Hey, buddy. Look who I just found in there. Should probably get you out of here though, bud. This is not a very safe spot. Here, come here.
Looking pretty good, huh?
Yes, sir. All right, garden bed is all set. This is looking really, really nice, and hopefully we can get some food out of it. Okay, so now that summer's in full swing, I want to figure out how to get this refrigerator up and running. Okay, so I think I need to open this valve, put it on 4, and then push this button down and try to light the pilot light, which is way back there. Oh. There we go. I don't actually see any other instructions to get it going, so I think we're about good. Just have to let it run a little bit and see if we actually get some refrigeration. Yeah, that's a fridge. Got some dead bugs in there. I better clean that out. Okay, so that is all set. We got the pilot light going. We'll just have to let this run for a little bit and see if it gets cool in there. Would love to have a fridge again. That would be super luxurious. Take a look at this field all around me. You can see there's tons of wildflowers, and this is one of my favorite times of the summer. When all the wildflowers are in bloom, you get these incredible palettes and bouquets of different wildflower colors. In this particular field, we've got some ox-eye daisy, some meadow hawkweed with its sunburst orange look, and then there's these yellow flowers, which I haven't personally identified yet, so if you know what these are, throw it in the comments and let everybody know what kind of wildflower this is. Something that's interesting about this field is that it's kind of like a scree pile where there's just tons of rock built up, and the soil here is basically glacial till, which is just rocks practically. And it's cool to think about these wildflowers being pretty okay with not having a ton of soil. If I were to dig a spade in here, I'd barely even get an inch before I'd hit bedrock. At this time of year, you'll also see the famed lupin. A lot of people love seeing them on the side of 61. They have a beautiful purple, pink, different kind of shades of that color. Those are in bloom as well. And this is just a fun time of year to check out the wildflowers here on the North Shore. Look at this particular flower. It's got some foam on it. It looks like someone took some dish soap and smeared it on there. These leaves here look similar to yarrow. I don't know if it actually is yarrow, but this is a really interesting thing I've never noticed before. These bubbles here. It's like, yeah, it's literally like a soap. Yeah, you know what? I'm finding a lot of that soapy, sudsy stuff across the board here on a lot of different plants. Curious if you guys know what that is, because I've never seen that before. It almost looks like someone took a foam cannon and just started spraying and praying all over these woods, but yeah, I've never seen that before. Do you guys know what that is? Let me know in the comments if you do. There's some right there. There's some down there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but some on the grass here. Okay, it's been a few hours. Let's see if this fridge is working. Looks like the pilot light's still on. Oh yeah, okay. That is so awesome. We have a fridge. Quite luxurious, in fact. We're living in luxury now, my friends. All right, so this morning we are going to the Hungry Hippie Hostel to help our friends out over there.
Yeah, it's a good boy. Good boy, Clyde.
I mean, it'll help once we get the sidewalls in. That'll help sturdy it as well. But I just feel better.
Yeah.
I just know how people abuse shit. So
Yeah.
if you guys like Kyle staying here partying all night, tearing shit up.
Getting them strippers out here.
Strippers, Kyle and the strippers. That's what we always said, you know, Kyle and the strippers.
Hey!
Sit like that. And lean it up against here for now.
So this is what we're doing today at the Hungry Hippie Hostel. We're actually screening off the glamping tents here. If you guys have been following the channel for a little bit, you might actually know that we stayed in this glamping tent for a couple days and we didn't have a screen. So this is gonna be a really nice addition for these tents here.
Deck for now, and I'm gonna cut the opening where the put it on this side so that'll catch the bugs.
Yeah.
All right, we got the first one up on the glamping tent, and it looks like there's a storm forming over Lake Superior. A lot of the lake is obscured by a lot of rainfall. Typically you can see a pretty good view of the lake up here, but we just heard some thunder and it was raining over on 61, so hopefully we can dodge the storms a little bit here. Isn't the weather great?
Oh God, it's beautiful. Yeah, we got Pop's riding bitch with us today.
Come on, guys.
Hey!
Let's go.
Little family bonding time, huh, Dad?
Oh, wow. Golly, I'm happy. Oh!
Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
Yeah, you can see it's out of whack. Look at that door.
Charlie, friends. Finally get this thing fixed up. Just make day-to-day life that much easier. Okay, here's our bad alternator. Disconnect these electrical connections. Am I tightening that? Whoops. All right, so here's the old alternator. And here's the brand new one. Sure looks a lot better, eh? It goes in this way. We're pretty much buttoned up here. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, grab the keys, and then we'll see if this thing will run. All right, everybody, it's the next day, and I got the keys right here. We're gonna go over to the shop, get the Jeep started, and see if I did this job right. And an update on the fridge here. It was running for a little bit, but unfortunately, we have some weird issues with the exhaust. It's not exactly piping out. This cabinet right here was getting very hot. It was probably like 80, 90 degrees just in this cabinet. When I woke up, it was like, I'm honestly just very happy that I woke up because it literally smelled like someone had piped in their car exhaust into this cabin. But yeah, this fridge right now, it's not looking too hot. So something pretty interesting happened to me yesterday, by the way, on this trail. As I was walking back and forth between the cabin and the shop, I ran into a female rough grouse and her chicks, and they were so cute, these tiny little puff balls. But the mama didn't really like me hanging out there, and she actually bluff charged me and hissed and had her ruff open and her wings down. It was pretty crazy. Never had that happen to me before. I'll drop the clip below. I actually got it on my phone. It's okay, Mama, I'm not gonna hurt. All right, so here's my thought process and game plan here. Since I have a kind of dead battery, what I'm gonna do is try to jump start it first. I'm gonna let it run for a sec, I'm gonna pull the leads off, and if the alternator's working, it should still run in theory, because it should be charging the battery at the very least. I was a little afraid that I didn't put the serpentine belt on right or didn't tighten it enough, so that's good that it's running well. It means I did it right. Now let's pull the jump starter off and see if it shuts off. Hot. That made fire. It's running! Let's freaking go. All right, let's drive it over to the cabin, do a little test run. Oh, we are so back, baby. Man, this feels good to get this thing back up and running. It'll shave a lot of time off of hiking back and forth to the cabin, I'll tell you what. Well, duders, I'd call that a success. That Jeep is running like a top. I am so excited, man. I haven't had a lot of successes like this in a little bit. Well, we made it back, but I think that battery is very, very dead. I'm gonna throw it on the drip charger for now, but it might be dead, like for good. But man, what a success. Just feels good to get something done around here, you know? Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Stay tuned for more off-grid, outdoors, and astronomy content. And as always,